In 1917, in a small village called Fátima, Portugal, 3 children, Lucia, Francisco and Jacinta, witnessed something that would forever change the history of spirituality and faith. The apparitions of the Virgin Mary, known as our Lady of Fatima, were not just a religious event, but also a phenomenon that transcended time, leaving profound and enigmatic messages about the future of humanity. Over a century later, the prophecies of Fatima continue to intrigue scholars, religious figures, and even skeptics. What do these messages reveal about the modern world? What is yet to come? And how can we interpret these prophecies in light of the challenges we face today? It all began on May 13, 1917, when the 3 children, while tending their sheep, saw a lady brighter than the sun standing on a small holm oak tree. The apparition repeated itself monthly until October of that year, and during each encounter, the Virgin Mary conveyed messages that mixed warnings, promises, and secrets. These secrets, later known as the 3 Secrets of Fatima, were gradually revealed to the world and caused a significant impact, especially the 3rd secret, which was only officially disclosed by the Vatican in 2000. The first secret was a vision of hell, a warning about the consequences of sin and the lack of repentance. The second secret spoke about the end of World War I, but also warned of a new and even more devastating war, World War II, if humanity did not convert and pray. As for the 3rd secret, shrouded in mystery for decades, it described an apocalyptic scene, a bishop dressed in white, interpreted as the Pope, walking among the bodies of martyrs being pursued and killed. Many saw in this description a prediction of the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981, but also a metaphor for the sufferings of the Church and humanity in times of crisis. But what do these prophecies have to do with the modern world? Why do they continue to fascinate and frighten so many people? The answer may lie in the universality of the messages of Fatima. They do not speak only of specific events, but of human tendencies that repeat throughout history. War, the crisis of faith, the pursuit of power, and the need for redemption. These themes are timeless, resonating in each generation in different ways, but always with the same urgency. The prophecies of Fatima, therefore, are not confined to the past. They are a mirror reflecting the struggles and dilemmas of humanity, regardless of time or place. In today's world, marked by geopolitical conflicts, climate change, pandemics, and increasing secularization, the prophecies of Fatima seem to take on new meanings. The vision of hell, for example, can be interpreted as a warning about the choices we make as a society. We live in an era of excess consumption, excess information, excess individualism. The prophecy reminds us that our actions have consequences and that indifference to the suffering of others and the destruction of the planet can lead us to a hell of our own making. This vision is not merely metaphorical. It materializes in environmental crises, social inequalities, and the dehumanization of relationships. Hell in this sense is not a distant place, but a reality we build when we ignore the essential values of compassion, justice, and care for others. The second secret, which predicted World War II, also makes us reflect on the cycles of violence that seem never to end. Today we witness armed conflicts in various parts of the world, nuclear tensions, and growing political and social polarization. The message of Fatima invites us to seek peace, not just as the absence of war, but as a state of justice, solidarity, and mutual respect. In a world where divisions seem to deepen every day, the prophecy challenges us to look beyond differences and find common ground. It reminds us that peace is not a gift given to us, but a conquest that requires effort, dialogue, and above all, a commitment to collective well-being. As for the third secret, with its somber image of persecution and martyrdom, it can be seen as a warning about the challenges faith faces in the modern world. In an era dominated by science and technology, many people have moved away from religious traditions, seeking answers elsewhere. However, the prophecy suggests that faith still has a crucial role to play, especially in times of crisis. It reminds us that even amid chaos, there is hope and the possibility of redemption. Faith, in this context, is not just a belief in something transcendent, but a force that drives us to act, to care for one another, and to seek a deeper meaning for existence. In an increasingly materialistic world, the message of Fatima invites us to reconnect with the spiritual, not as an escape from reality, but as a way to face it with courage and hope. But have all the prophecies of Fatima been fulfilled, or is there still something yet to come? This is a question that divides opinions. Some believe that the messages of Fatima have been fully revealed and interpreted, while others see them as having a continuous nature, as if they were a mirror of the struggles and challenges of each generation. Some speculate, for example, that the third secret still holds revelations not fully understood, related to future events that could shake the world. This idea has gained traction, especially among traditionalist Catholic groups, who see in the modern world signs of an imminent global crisis, whether political, environmental, or spiritual. For these groups, the apparitions of Fatima would be an urgent call to conversion, prayer, and penance, as a way to avoid an even greater catastrophe. One of the most intriguing interpretations is that the prophecies of Fatima are linked to a great eschatological event, an event that would mark the end of times. This idea, though controversial, resonates with many who see in today's world signs of moral and spiritual decay. Political polarization, ecological crises, the erosion of traditional values, and the uncontrolled advance of technology are seen by some as omens of an imminent collapse. In this context, the prophecies of Fatima would be a warning to humanity, a call to reconsider our paths before it is too late. However, it is important to remember that the prophecies should not be seen as a fixed script for the future, but as an invitation to reflection and action. They challenge us to look at the world with critical eyes, to recognize our flaws, and to seek a path of greater harmony and justice. In an increasingly complex and uncertain world, the messages of Fatima offer us a moral compass, pointing to values such as peace, faith, and love for one another. And what do you think? Are the prophecies of Fatima just a historical account, or do they still have something to tell us about the future of humanity? In a world where technology advances at a rapid pace and the boundaries between the real and the virtual blur, is there still room for spirituality and the teachings of Fatima? The answer may lie within each of us, in the way we choose to live and relate to the world around us. The prophecies are not just about what might happen, but about what we can do to change the course of things. They remind us that the future is not written, but shaped by our choices and actions. One thing is certain: the prophecies of Fatima continue to fascinate and challenge generations. They remind us that, regardless of our beliefs, we are all part of the same humanity, facing common challenges and seeking answers to life's big questions. And perhaps, in this sense, the true secret of Fatima lies not in what was revealed, but in what remains to be discovered within ourselves. The prophecies invite us to look inward, to confront our shadows, and to seek the light that resides within each of us. They remind us that even in dark times there is hope, and that the future of humanity depends not on external forces, but on our capacity to love, forgive, and build a better world. Thank you for watching this video. Leave your like and subscribe to the Living Hope channel on YouTube. Activate notifications by clicking on the bell to receive other publications.